From Pesach until Rosh Hashanah, we study the tractate of Mishnah called Ethics of Our Fathers, Pirkei Avos. We do one chapter a week, and when we conclude after 6 weeks, we begin the cycle anew. This week, we begin a new cycle, chapter 1. What's most interesting about this section of the Mishnah is that it's the only tractate of Mishnah that does not have any debates. Open up any other tractate, and you can't study 2 Mishnahs without a debate. This rabbi says permitted and this rabbi says forbidden. The majority of rabbis say it's kosher and a certain rabbi argued and said no, it's not kosher. But when reading Pirkei Avos, Ethics of Our Fathers, you will find many teachings from many rabbis, but not one where there is a head-on argument. Some people call this a supernatural phenomenon, for after all, the natural way is 2 Jews, at least 3 opinions. Which leads us to the following question. If there isn't any differing opinion, why mention the name of the teacher? Of what relevance is it? When Shammai argued with Hillel, it's important to know their names and who said what in order to know the source and who the law follows. But if there is no debate, of what relevance is the name of the one who said it? Yet, when we read Ethics of Our Fathers, every single teaching there has a name of a great sage who taught it. Why? Perhaps the answer lies in understanding another common phrase used in Pirkei Avos, and that is 3 Hebrew words, Hu Haya Omer, which literally means he would frequently say. But it can also mean Hu Haya, what he was, Omer he would say. In other words, the key to these teachings is knowing that they are executable. Lofty ideas are great, but if you can't apply it, it's useless. The codifiers of the Mishnah write the name of each sage who taught these ethics to teach us that these sages were only expressing that which they already lived. Each was a living personification of their teachings. Hillel says, love peace and pursue peace. You know why? Because Hillel personified these characteristic traits, and so can me and you. Ben Zoma taught, who is wise? One who learns from every person. You know why we need to know that it was Ben Zoma who said this? Because it becomes relatable. For look at the lifestyle of Ben Zoma, and you'll see he truly lived in this manner. So it's possible for me to follow that example and live such a life as well. In this week's parsha, we have a verse that confuses even the best of Torah readers. Chapter 27, verse 15. It's the only time Moses speaks to God with the Hebrew word, Vayedaber Moshe el Hashem lemor. And Moses spoke to God saying, and what did he speak? Moshe asked God to appoint a leader for the Jewish people after him, stressing that such a leader will need to be one who will go out before them and who will come before them. Asher yetze lifnehem, va'asher yovo lifnehem. And Rashi comments, not like the kings of the nations who sit at home and send their armies to war, but as I did, for I fought against Sichon and Og. Moshe was not looking for a leader who would tell others what to do, but rather one who would serve as a living example and be the first to go out to battle. When a Jew looks for a mentor, he doesn't look for an interesting teacher who can give him a great class. He looks for someone who lives in his personal life what he demands from others. A person who personifies a living example. As the Rebbe once answered Mr. Charlie Kupferman when he asked what he can do to bring his 2 daughters a little closer to Judaism, and the Rebbe said, through showing a living example, it is a very peaceful measure and a very effective measure. These are the types of people we need to surround ourselves with. This is the type of person we should strive to become. I wish you a good Shabbos.